Namaste, angels. This is the daily reading for Friday, January 18th into and through the weekend. On the 19th, which will fall into this period, the sun enters Aquarius. So by the 20th, 21st at the latest, we will be celebrating Aquarians, depending upon what calendar one follows as it relates to zodiacs. But it is hashtag Aquarius season. So my sister sign, my fellow air signs, and my moon, my south node, my Mars, I have a bunch of Aquarius. So happy for them. Happy birthday to y'all. Any Aquarians listening? And what else is going on? Moon is in Gemini right now. It goes into Cancer also on the 19th. But on the 18th, it's still in Gemini, having entered on the 17th. So for us Gemini suns, our first house of self. I guess that's it. Let's get to what went on this day, beginning with the year 532, when the Nika uprising against Emperor Justinian in Constantinople fails. 30,000 people are killed by troops loyal to the emperor in the Hippodrome. 1591. King Nashwan of Siam kills Crown Prince Minchit Shra of Burma in a single combat. The date is now observed as a Royal Thai Armed Forces Day. 1788 or 888, the first elements of the First Fleet carrying 736 convicts from England to Australia arrives at Botany Bay to set up a penal colony. 1817, Jose de San Martin leads a revolutionary army over the Andes to attack Spanish royalists in Chile. 1871, the Second German Empire is proclaimed by Kaiser Wilhelm I and Otto von Bismarck. 1943, Soviets announced that they've broken the long siege of Leningrad by Nazi Germany by opening a narrow land corridor through the siege, would not be fully lifted until a year later. Did you know world's 62 richest people are now as wealthy as half of the world's total population, according to a report published by Oxfam in 2016 on this day? And that is disgusting. For 62 people to be as rich as half of the world's population. You know what the world's population is? 7.4 billion. So half of the world's population is 3.9. That's disgusting. Anywho. Famous birthdays. Daniel Webster. Daniel Williams, A.A. Milne, Oliver Hardy, Kevin Costner, and Mark Messier. Would you believe perplexed pilgrims in Boston reported America's first UFO sighting on January 18th in the year 1644? Famous weddings. 1486, King Henry VII of England marries Elizabeth, daughter of Edward IV. 1893, British poet and writer Rudyard Kipling, 26, marries Carrie Ballsteyer, 29, in London. 1949, South African Rev Andries. I don't know what Rev Andries means. Is that a title or name? But it's Rev Andries P. Trenchett marries, I guess that's his full name. He marries Ingela Dreyer. And famous divorces, 1996, Lisa Marie Presley files for divorce from Michael Jackson in New York. Famous deaths, John Tyler and Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling was a poet in English. He wrote tales and poems of British soldiers in India and stories for children. Works of fiction include The Jungle Book, a collection of stories which includes Rikki Tikki Tavi, the Just So stories in 1902, Kim in 1901, and many short stories. He was born on December 30th in 1865 with 9/11 or 11, and December 30th, of course, 3/3. So 3311 in Bombay, British India, and was a Capricorn. He died on January 18th in 1936, both of which equal 19. January 18th is 19, 1936 is 19. He was 70 at the time. John Tyler was the 10th U.S. president and an American, a Whig. He had previously been vice president and governor of Virginia, senator from Virginia, president pro tempore of the United States Senate. His presidential term went from April 4th in 1841 through March 4th in 1845, 9-9. He was preceded by William Henry Harrison and succeeded by James Knox Polk. Before serving as the 10th president of the United States, he had a long political career serving as a governor, senator, and ambassador. He was elected vice president on the 1840 Whig ticket with William Henry Harrison and became president after his running mate's death in April of 1841. Tyler clashed with his own party and the Congress throughout much of his term. The Whigs expelled him from the party after he ruled much of their platform unconstitutional and believed the president, rather than Congress, should set the policy. In this vein, he vetoed a number of bills, only to become the first president to have his veto overridden by Congress. While he reached important accords with the UK and with King China, his domestic achievements stalled, and he's regarded as an obscure leader in American history. A firm believer in manifest destiny, he sought to strengthen and to preserve the Union through territorial expansion, most notably the annexation of the independent Republic of Texas in his last days in office. He was born on March 29th in 1790 in Charles City County, Virginia, USA, and was an Aries. He died on January 18th in 1862 at the age of 71. Going back up to the birthdays, Mark Messier is 57 years old. I think he was a hockey player. Yep, Canadian. He played 25 years in the NHL with the Edmonton Oilers, New York Rangers, and Vancouver Canucks. He's considered one of the greatest NHL players of all time. He won 6 Stanley Cups, 5 with the Oilers and 1 with the Rangers, and is the only player to captain 2 different professional teams to championships. He was born on January 18th in 1961 in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and is 57 years old, a rat on the Chinese zodiac and a Capricorn. Kevin Costner is 63 years old. He's American and an actor who won 2 Academy Awards, 3 Golden Globe Awards, and 1 Emmy Award, and has been nominated for 3 BAFTA, British Academy of Film and Television Arts Awards. Notable roles include Elliot Ness in The Untouchables, Crash Davis in Bull Durham, Ray Kinsella in Field of Dreams, Lieutenant John J. Dunbar in Dances with Wolves, Jim Garrison in JFK, Robin Hood in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Frank Farmer in The Bodyguard, and Jonathan Kent in Man of Steel. He was born on January 18th in 1955, Los Angeles, California, USA, and is 63 years old, a horse on the Chinese zodiac and a Capricorn. Oliver Hardy was fully named Norval Hardy. He was a comic actor, and he was best known as one half of Laurel and Hardy, the classic double act that began in the era of silent films and lasted for 25 years. He was born on January 18th in 1892 in Harlem, Georgia, USA, and was a Capricorn. He died on August 7th in 1957 at the age of 65 of cerebral thrombosis. A. Milne, whose full name was Alan Alexander Milne, was an author in English. He's best known for his books about the teddy bear, Winnie the Pooh, and for various children's poems. He was born on January 18th in 1882 in Hampstead, England, and is a Capricorn. He died on January 31st in 1956 at the age of 74. Daniel Williams was a heart surgeon an American. He performed one of the first successful heart surgeries in the United States, and he founded Providence Hospital. He was born on January 18th, again, which is 19, in 1858, which is 11/11, in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania, USA, and was a Capricorn. He died on August 4th in 1931 at the age of 73 of a stroke. And lastly, Daniel Webster was an American statesman and, well, he was American, of course. He was a leading American senator from Massachusetts during the period leading up to the Civil War. He first rose to regional prominence through his defense of New England shipping interests, and his increasingly nationalistic views and effectiveness as a speaker made him one of the most famous orators and influential Whig leaders of the second party system. He was born on January 18th in 1782 in Salisbury, New Hampshire, USA, and was a Capricorn. He died on October 24th in 1852 at the age of 70 of cerebral hemorrhage, and he was the last. Going to the dice, I like this for the weekend. We're beginning with Weekend Away. Email and cocktail. Spirits that spend money, maybe on that weekend, and or a romantic dinner, which can be had while you're away. And it's 50-50. Maybe it's meant to go Dutch, or at least to both put some effort into whatever's happening. Love is in the air. We're beginning with the King of Water, who is trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work, which for me is love. But opening to the Three of Air, maybe the fact that it's upside down means something. Although there are no reversals in this deck. Great sadness. Take time to heal. There's a need to forgive yourself and others. There could be something going on with a direct water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Maybe they've suffered some sort of loss or pain. Or maybe they're getting over it by, just recognizing the love around them and spreading some more of it, like doing charity work and stuff. Three of Air and the Three of Fire. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. Somebody's love triangle may be kaput, possibly. 3-on-3. Fire and air. Other cases, somebody may be feeling the discomfort of the need to be patient while we get that extra, that last wand, while we're building that solid foundation. Three of Fire. And the Queen of Earth, thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach and deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. The Queen of Earth is a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, and can be on whom we've been waiting to help to facilitate maybe the money or material goods that we need to get this last wand. Three of Fire. Wow. Three of Air again. Was it upside down again? I think it may have been. I think I just turned it up around. But yeah, great sadness. Take time to heal. There's a need to forgive yourself and others. Beautiful overall energy today of the Nine of Water. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. You have a love of life. And yes or no questions particularly related to love. The answer is yes. And if the cards are connected to the dice, then again, maybe some relationships that had some difficulty, had been strained, had dealt with loss and pain, are on the mend, and you can talk it over dinner, and or at a weekend away. Crowning the masculine, the seven of earth. Here's that patience again, or the need to be patient again. Seeds well planted. You're at a temporary pause in action, and any worry is unnecessary. Just chill. Masculine surrounded by the 10 of earth. Very nice. A very happy family life, financial security, and finding magic in the little things in life. This can also be maybe like a lump sum of money that comes into his life hands, or some sort of asset or something, or that's on its way and it's guaranteed that it's coming. He just needs to be a little bit more patient. Masculine subconscious. Whoa, right? The ace of earth, the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. So finally settling up with something, signing off to receive an asset amount of money, something like that. New job you've been contracted for, something like that. Kind of the feminine. Abundance for us too. It's major arcana card, the Empress, with Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. For some, this is just like a good time to get pregnant. Like we're finding out that we are pregnant already. Not me. I have my period right now as I do this reading. Oh, man. Yeah, but some of us. And for others of us, giving birth to ideas. Threes are about creativity. So we could be coming up with creative ideas, and we want to put them into action. They're going to help to make us more abundant. Something also could be going on with our mother, not necessarily, negative. When I say going on, it could be a good thing. This can also be connected to our energy as a mother and or nurturer, like where we don't have any children, but we're still like nurturing people. And it's important to remember to nurture ourselves too while we're taking care of other people. Weekend, always a good time to maybe get a massage, get your nails done, get your hair done. What else do women, or at least me, enjoy? Like to just chill out. I like acupuncture, maybe going to the gym, taking care of you. Empress may be a Libra, Taurus, or Gemini. The feminine is surrounded by, nice, the Two of Water. Shaping up to be a good weekend so far. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. So this could be connected to the dice, and it may be your mom or children with whom you're making up, or with whom you're just having a particularly good day and or weekend. And for some, it's romantic. Again, maybe mending a relationship. Maybe something that had been a group of 3 coming down to 2 instead. Feminine subconscious, the 7 of fire. We have our 7 mirroring the masculine 7. Defend your beliefs and decisions. So this is you not allowing anybody to tread on what you've decided to do for you, is right for you, is wrong for you, what you want, what you don't want. Don't let anybody change your mind. If you want to change your mind, you can. We have that right. We reserve that right. But don't let anybody else do it for you, is what this card is about. This is you defending yourself and your beliefs. Crowning. It's another 3. sitting next to the Empress. The Three of Water, a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or a birth announcement, and the need to have more fun. Again, somebody may be finding out they're pregnant among the feminine. Somebody may be giving birth, actually, or giving birth to an idea, a creative project or process. We could be celebrating the, reunion of two people, having mended their friendship or their romantic relationship, or both, hopefully both. Being social with a bestie. Over here, the masculine celebrating, again, coming into this asset and or sum of money. New job. New relationship, potentially too, a family, like whatever constitutes a family for him. Maybe it's only two people, is all he needs. It can be as small a family as that. This can be about the feminine going out as part of being nurturing to herself, being more social, maybe taking in a dinner with friends or a romantic interest, by herself, with her mother, with a child, having some fun, basically. And the foundation, at the root. Major Arcana card, Ego, the Devil. So where we're starting from is a place of having been stuck or feeling stuck, maybe feeling broke in the case of the masculine, and all of that changing. This is all growing from out of that. Stuck in toxic relationships, friendships, just not happy people, codependent, addicted to toxic shit and, people, places, and things. A false sense of entrapment. Being overly focused on material things, worrying about money too much as if it doesn't come in, at least as if the universe doesn't provide. Instead of just chilling out. Patience. Also, negative or fear-based thoughts. Maybe they had previously kept the feminine from making a decision that would allow her to prosper like this. That's at the root. At the heart of the matter, the Lover, speaking of making decisions, intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. The Lovers represents the sign of Gemini, like the Empress may. And can be about love, like the Two of Water next to which it sits. And happy times, like the Three of Water under which it sits. But also the need to make a decision or to break away from something that is potentially toxic for us, like the Devil over which it sits, and the Seven of Fire, which it crosses. When the Lover shows up as it relates to a decision, it's usually a decision that's our heart versus our head. Right? Our head is telling us what might be logical or what society may deem is appropriate, and our heart is telling us, no, what you want is XYZ. And so they're like having a tussle, a tug of war. And in this case, heart is supposed to win. Further clarification of the Devil today. The Four of Fire, contentment, peace, and abundance. A happy home life and the successful completion of a project. So again, this Devil is whatever was keeping you from your peace, whether that was peace of mind, just for the sake of being happy and just not feeling like your life is in turmoil, or if it was because you were starting a family, you had gotten a new job, you were coming into money, your relationships were thriving, you were having a baby or expecting a baby, whatever would make you happy. A new home, moving in together. The Devil had prevented that before, had taken that joy, or you allowed it to keep you from that joy. So that's what's changed on this day. Maybe there's been a shift or something. And hopefully it will continue through the weekend. What's the next card? The Emperor. Are you taking in charge of your life? You are in control of your life. Manifest destiny. Didn't we just read about that in one of the passages or something that I read? Major Arcana card. The Emperor. Oh, now he's here with the Empress too. So yeah, definitely some couples at the table here. This Two of Water is representing. Yeah, the Emperor represents the planet Mars, which is Venus's counterpart. And he is the ruler of Aries. That's from where this fire is coming. He's currently located in Aries too. And Scorpio. That could be from where this water is coming. More importantly, yeah, you are the master of your own destiny is what this means for all. You know, I just pulled another card just for the sake of being greedy, not with any particular card on the table in mind. I'll do it again. This one's upright too. Yep. Six of Fire. Victory. Good news. It's on its way. Also public recognition and awards. Should I push it? Renewal. Again, money coming in, abundance in general that you are due because you've earned it through your works, whether they are laborious works here on this plane or that it's your karma and the universe is paying you with some sort of ascension, which will show itself down here because as above, so below. So you'll get some sort of promotion or recognition, accolades, raise, you know, down here too. In material, money, love, combinations of those, all of the above. Renewal is also about visiting or revisiting our relationships and deciding where, you know, do we go from here, if anywhere? And it looks like up as it relates to those on this day. And about not being overly judgmental on yourself. So like this, sticking to your decisions, whether somebody else doesn't like them or not, and not beating yourself up for being different or for, you know, wanting to follow your heart. That's what judgment is about. Judgment, like perhaps the Emperor, represents the sign of Scorpio. It's just the extra one. I'll stop there. I feel to stop. Further advice for the masculine. The Eight of Earth, speaking of works, right? And being rewarded. This card is all about where you put your effort is where you're going to reap your reward. Skilled work is rewarded. Also learning all there is to know about a topic and maybe even going back to school. All of those quite possible around now. January is a time to, like, for the session to be starting. January, February, usually when the spring semester begins. As it relates to college, at least. But somebody could be learning something new at the job, doing some sort of apprenticeship, or sitting by somebody else's desk and just observing, or this could be people mentoring each other, maybe especially with what's been going on with the United States government, you know, trying to come up with other ways to, again, become more abundant. And, you know, putting our efforts maybe into some of our own projects, our own businesses, instead of, you know, those for which we had been working. And for the feminine, our advice, Nine of Air, expecting the worst. Why? That can cause you to miss out on all this. Self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. Some of us could be tired. Especially if they are working on making a baby and or, you know, just had one or have one. Some of us could be afraid if we learn that we're pregnant or something. You know, could be like, what am I going to do? But I don't really see or feel any other reason for us to be that way. So further clarification of the Nine of Air, because we've been through it before. We've been through some stuff before. And maybe we had to carry the full burden of whatever that stuff was. No, there was no help. And so we're worried that that's going to be the same thing again. Get that out of your mind because the energy here is beautiful. Too much work. Accept help from others. Life is out of balance, and that can cause stress-related health concerns. So you know what? Instead of that, it's 50-50. I hope you guys have enjoyed the daily and weekend reading. It's pretty lit. Namaste.